Hey everyone, my name is Mayra. You are about to listen to a My Ray of Sunshine podcast episode. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, and welcome to the My Ray of Sunshine podcast. My name is Mayra, and I'm hoping to help you receive the advice you deserve. Now, if you all are here, it's probably because you want to know how you can ask out your crush. Yes, that little cutie that you spot with your little eye. You want to ask them out. And you know what? That's a huge step. That takes courage. Even if you don't want to make that move, but you are wondering how the heck they can notice you, stay tuned because I'm going to give you all the helpful tips that have helped me and that can hopefully help you too. First, you want to know what are the potential risks. Is your crush your best friend? Is it just your friend? Do you want to allow it to grow and become something more? Those are the things that you have to consider. Because I can't tell you how often people fear losing their friendship with someone else. It's okay to feel that way. Of course, you don't want to lose that friendship. You don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. And having a crush on someone who is a really great friend or who is your best friend, as a matter of fact, that is a little bit scary because a lot of pressure is on you. I'm not trying to scare you over here. I'm just trying to relate with you. Yes, it is a little bit risky because you don't know whether they'll feel the same way about you. But honestly, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Worst case scenario, they don't feel the same way, and you move on. That's the worst case scenario. That doesn't mean that your friendship is ruined, you guys can't be best friends anymore. No, it's all about how you handle that. But the best case scenario is that they have felt the same way all along, and that because of you, a relationship could happen. Just saying, it would feel amazing if that were to happen. Obviously, it can be a little bit more complicated than that, but first, identify the risks. Whether it's your best friend, or just your friend, or your best friend's brother or sister. You gotta know the risks. But you don't have to be afraid, because my second tip is to build some courage and step up your game. Like Shia LaBeouf says, do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true. Honestly, you never know unless you do. You really don't. Do you really want to face life wondering the what ifs? What if I told my crush I liked them? Would they have liked me back? Would you really rather be so confused and not do anything at all to have some clarity on the situation? Or would you rather just do it and feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders? You never know if they're too shy because they could be feeling the same way but don't know how to tell you. So they're over here waiting for you to make the first move, and you're over here waiting for them to make the first move. Bottom line, no one makes the first move, and then you regret it. Sometimes when people feel more pressured into making the first move, they almost don't want to make the first move at all. That's understandable, but then if both parties don't want to make the first move, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. You just have to realize that you being brave enough to put yourself out there, whether you're a girl or a guy, you just have to face that risk, face that challenge, because otherwise, you're never going to know. Asking out your crush can be scary, but you have to think of it this way. If you don't, you're not going to get the clarity that you need. You're just going to be wondering if they like you back. You're going to try to nitpick every little possible sign that they might like you. But there's never going to be that 100% certainty whether they like you or not. And it's going to drive you nuts. So why not just find out for yourself? You can ask out your crush in several different ways, either through a phone call, through text message, using FaceTime, or face-to-face, in-person interaction. I know simply thinking about how you can ask out your crush can be terrifying. Trust me, I know, it's scary. But what if I told you that you don't have to directly, flat out say, hey, do you want to be my boyfriend? Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? What if I told you that? Would it make it a little bit better? You don't have to ask them out at all. Just hear me out. Honestly, all it takes is for you to get a little bit flirty and see how it goes. That's it. That's literally it. The rest is history. Try to flirt a little bit with them. Tell them how cute they are. Right now is the perfect time because you can use this cheesy pickup line my little sister told me about. It can definitely set the mood, and your crush won't have to doubt that you have a crush on them, and then your job is done. Use this time in quarantine to your advantage by asking them, hey, how do you spell quarantine? Stupid question, right? So they'll spell it out for you. Quarantine. And that's when you make your move by saying you can't spell quarantine without URAQT. Ba-dum-tsh. I know that's cheesy, but that's what I'm saying. You don't have to directly flat out ask them out. You kind of giving them a hint that you are into them is enough. Seriously, that is all it takes. If you're texting them and you want to use that joke, simply tell them, it sucks that we're in quarantine, but you know what? You can't spell quarantine without URAQT. Those cheesy pickup lines, as cheesy as they sound, give them clarity, give you clarity, and depending on how they respond, you'll be able to identify whether they're into you or whether they're just not the right one for you. But don't be afraid, you guys. YOLO! You only live once! You just have to be confident. Take advantage of the moments that you feel fearless, because one of my favorite quotes is that sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, and I promise you something great will come of it. And that was said by Benjamin Mee. It's true. It just takes that split second where you're thinking about it, where you're considering it, where you just finally flat out tell them or send out that message, and you just wait and see what happens from there. If they do feel the same way, congrats! You did it! You actually did it! You put yourself out there. They like you back. You guys might be dating soon. And that wasn't so bad, was it? Finally, they know how you feel, you know how they feel, and it's exciting, and it's fun, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm so proud of you for that. Honestly, because it does take guts to do that. The worst they can say is no, that they don't feel the same way. You always have to figure out how exactly to counteract. If they don't feel the same way, and they're your best friend or a really great friend, it doesn't have to affect your friendship as much if you try to lighten up the situation. If by you telling them how you feel affects your friendship, then that's on them. You are only telling them how you feel. You are only being true to your feelings and just want clarity. There's nothing wrong with that. They have things to figure out on their own. just let it be. At least now you have the clarity. And that's what you've wanted all along. Whatever happens, you can get through this, brush your shoulders off, and move on. They're the ones that are missing out, not you. That's what you have to remind yourself. They are the ones that are blind to the fact of rejecting a really great person. I don't know you or anything, but if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably great. You deserve so much better. I don't want you to tear yourself apart because of this. I don't want you to say things like, it's because I'm not good enough for them, or maybe I need to change this about myself. Please don't ever change for anyone. Please. I can tell you right now, it is not worth the hassle. You don't want to force them to like you anyway. You don't want them to mislead you and then break your heart later down the line. You have the potential to meet someone else who could be better, who could exceed your expectations. It's not the end of the world. And you know what? It might be hard to move on, but if this cheers you up, I will show you exactly how you can move on from that next week. So stay tuned. I have been there. Hopefully, my story can help cheer you up and can help make you laugh. Things don't have to be as bad as they seem. I've always been a hopeless romantic for the longest time. When my friends would ask me, what should we talk about? First topic always, boys. Let's talk about boys. I would have fun picking a new crush. If they were feeling it, on to the next one. I was the definition of boy crazy. It was kind of a silly trait that I had because I was never afraid to put myself out there. I knew love existed, and wherever it was, I wanted to find it. I'm not saying I wasn't shy though. I was extremely shy, but I got to the point where I wanted to find my life partner. It wasn't until high school where I started actually opening up and telling people how I felt. It's not always rainbows and butterflies, you guys. It really isn't. I was always thinking, maybe he could be the one. Maybe this could be it. And then it wouldn't be. I've been rejected so many times. It's actually pretty embarrassing to say, but I have. And I'm just trying to make you feel better for anyone who's taking my advice, doing it, going for it, and then getting rejected. I have been in your shoes, and I hope this makes you laugh. But I have gotten hurt so many times when I would confess my feelings for someone through a text message because I'm not that brave. That's why I recommend texting because, hey, yes, it can be a little lame, but that's my way of hiding behind my phone and impatiently waiting for the response because I can't handle being rejected in person. Not that I haven't been. I would text them saying that I had feelings for them and I would always be friend zoned, which would suck. In the moment, I'm like, really? So you're sending me all these mixed signals, but you just want to be friends? Okay. It did hurt. But the great thing about it is that I never gave up searching for love. I've never ever given up because yes, it would be hard for me to get over them and move on, but I always did. I always knew that if this person wasn't the right one for me, then the next person would be. That was my thought process. I was never looking for anything temporary. I was literally looking for my husband. Not wanting a boyfriend for like a month, but a life partner. Forever. I have always been that way. Since kindergarten. My first little boyfriend, I was like, we're actually gonna get married. I didn't know what love was, but I was already planning on marrying them. because that's how I thought it worked. Looking back, I don't regret absolutely anything. The heartbreaks, I don't regret the rejection because I feel like I wouldn't be able to appreciate where I am now if it wasn't for that comment that I decided to make on how cute this guy was, presenting in front of the class, showing off his confidence, literally blowing me away. I wouldn't be dating my now boyfriend for almost 6 amazing years. Let that sink in. This was senior year of high school. I'm 24. I graduated college, and we're still going strong. Thank goodness I couldn't keep my mouth shut and told my friend, and that friend ended up telling him because we wouldn't be where we are now. Act impulsively. Sometimes you just have to fall a million times, get rejected so many times, hear things that you don't want to hear about yourself simply because that person is just not the right one for you. That person doesn't value you, and therefore, why waste your time? One day you will meet someone you're head over heels over, and everything else will just make sense. It gets better, guys. Just hang on tight for the ride. It gets a lot better, I promise. So what you can expect from the My Ray of Sunshine podcast is that I will be giving advice on a variety of different topics, from how to move on from a breakup to how to drop friends. You name it, I will cover it. I will be releasing an episode every Friday, so please stay tuned. Make sure you share with your friends as well if you're liking this podcast, and connect with me. If you're wondering how to find me, you can find me on Instagram at myrayof.sunshine, MAYRAYOF.sunshine, or visit my website, myrayofsunshine.com, to take you to all of the other platforms I am on, such as YouTube and Facebook. I'm actually coming up with different ways on how to be more active on YouTube, so subscribe to my channel. I have a little intro and outro video so you can kind of see who I am versus how I sound like. An easier way to find me is if you know the spelling of my name. I know it's a little bit different, but that's only because I'm Hispanic. My name is pronounced Mayra, and it's spelled Mayra. Mayra. Yeah. Also, feel free to message me and ask me for advice, because I can not only make sure to help you, but I can also cover that in one of my episodes to help someone else in your situation. I really do mean it, you guys. Reach out. I'm happy to help out any way that I can. I really hope this podcast made you smile at least once. Stay tuned for more advice and positivity next Friday. As always, it's Mayra, and I really hope you have a day filled with love, and don't you ever, ever forget that you are worth it and your love match is coming soon. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below, and I hope you stay tuned till next time. Bye!